Now, from the Columbia Basin, your local news source, this is iFIBER 1 News, presented in high definition. The #1 source for real-time local news, local sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. With your iFIBER 1 News team, reporting news in real time as it's happening. From the iFIBER Communications HD broadcast studio in Ephrata, Washington, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Welcome to iFIBER 1 News. I'm Sarah Brewer reporting news from around the Columbia Basin for Monday, September 23rd. Tonight we report on the arrest of murder suspect Anthony R. Vasquez and how Grant County Fire District 5 is saving money. In sports, Bob Kirkpatrick reports on all of the Friday night high school football action. Our spotlight story tonight is about the Basin Barbecue Bash in Moses Lake. And we have the latest weather forecast for the Columbia Basin from the iFIBER 1 Weather Center. Our top story tonight, Anthony R. Vasquez was arrested Saturday night in Spokane. The 23-year-old man is facing a charge of murder in the first degree in Grant County Superior Court after allegedly shooting Juan J. Garcia in an SUV last Tuesday at the Airport Grocery Mart on Patton Boulevard near Moses Lake. Law enforcement received information that Vasquez was at a home on East Alki Avenue in the Spokane Valley, a short ways from the shopping mall. The Spokane Police Anti-Crime Team, SWAT, K-9 units, along with the U.S. Marshal's Office surrounded the home. Officers tried to convince Vasquez to come out of the house and surrender, but he ran out a back door. A K-9 officer quickly found him and he ran, leading Spokane SWAT officers on a short foot pursuit before he was arrested. The murder was the end of an alleged conflict between the suspect and the victim. Vasquez reportedly approached Garcia's SUV with a shotgun and shot him in the head. Garcia's 26-year-old girlfriend and her 6-year-old son were with Garcia when he was killed. For more information about the murder, you can visit us online at ifiber1.com/news. A Soap Lake man who allegedly triggered an hour-and-a-half standoff with police was reportedly schizophrenic. Prosecutors charged 26-year-old Anatoly Ivancheko with assault in the second degree and harassment in Grant County Superior Court. The alleged victim, Ivancheko's mother, told Soap Lake police her son stopped taking his medication about 2 months ago and was diagnosed with schizophrenia. He allegedly became upset for some reason shortly before noon on Thursday, picked up a knife, put it to her chest and then to her neck before telling her he was going to kill her. The woman was allegedly able to delay Ivancheko by talking to him, which allowed her time to escape. After fleeing the residence, she contacted another son who called 911. When officers arrived, Ivancheko reportedly had barricaded himself in the house. Grant County Sheriff's deputies negotiated with him, opened the door, and talked him out of the residence. Grant County District 5 saw an opportunity to obtain a new fire truck and save money for the fire district at the same time. They bought a surplus military vehicle and built their own. Here with the story is Jeff Chu.
Grant County Fire District 5 in Moses Lake is perfecting the art of converting low-cost military surplus vehicles like this into wildland firefighting machines like this. For $1,200, the fire district can buy a surplus AM General from the McCord Air Force Base in Pierce County. They are more than 20 years old but have little or no mileage. Once adapted, each tanker truck can carry up to 2,000 gallons of water and is equipped with a hood-mounted, specially designed remote control fire hose nozzle. The water gun can be controlled by the driver inside the truck's cab. Fire District Chief Dan Smith estimated it can accurately shoot water 200 feet.
Once you get used to that truck and get running it, I mean, you can shoot a pop can off a fence post. The way we design that front nozzle is the only one like it in existence.
Smith, with more than 30 years' experience as a mechanic, drew a rough draft of what he wanted in the vehicle, with other experienced firefighters adding their specifications. Anthony Steffens, the fire district's fabricator, said the newest truck took about 6 months to convert. He said it involved a number of firefighters who helped rebuild the vehicle internally. It included an engine with an irrigation water pump and intricate electrical wiring. He described the extensive work involved, which saved thousands of tax dollars.
We take off their parts, their personnel carrier box on it, and then we move the fuel tanks over, we move the air tanks forward, we build the bumpers, we do all the wiring, we have a tank that we buy, that we modify to fit on this truck. We make our own truck mounts, we do our own fenders, our own boxes, make all the brackets for the lighting.
Fire Chief Smith said there's a lot of detailed work beneath the truck's body, but it gives Fire District 5 the ability to fight fires anywhere.
Fire District 5 covers over 500 square miles, and the majority of that ground is pretty much inaccessible to a lot of normal vehicles. And so the idea is these can get out to the areas where a normal fire truck isn't going to make it and take care of the fire long before it ever gets to anything, you know, of any value, homes or anything like that.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
Each of the people you see here has warrants for their arrest and is wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the DOC asks that you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764-6180 during the day, or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m. We'll be back after these messages with the latest from our iFIBER 1 Weather Center sports and more news.